welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline at Sips Sports Bar, 3024 West Liberty Avenue, 15216. We got another great crowd. Of course, every day in Pittsburgh is a great sports day. I'm glad you're watching the show. I'm Al Levine, the Talking Machine. We got Smoking Jim Frazier and Chip the Prophet Hayner, who pours a nice glass of Pirate Kool-Aid. I'm still on the bandwagon, folks. That purple Kool-Aid's one of my favorites, and it was very sour at the time.
It's sweet enough, though.
It's starting to get
sweet
sweeter.
enough.
15 and 10 will do that, and winning always helps.
Yeah.
Now, we got a couple specials to talk about. My good new friend Don Campini has pizza here at Sips Sports Bar for 50 cents a slice. I remember that back in high school at KO. The pizza's still great. You got to check out Don's Pizza when they bring it here on Tuesday night. Then Thursday night, you might see a mystery appearance by Smoking Jim Frazier. He said 25-cent wings, that's his kind of deal.
And he told Brazil, all you can eat, baby.
And he is bringing his girlfriend Brazil up. She's sitting right here right now, folks. Him and Monte Teo, they got the same family there. And then on Friday, don't forget the jumbo fish sandwich, $7.50 with coleslaw. Come on out here. And then, you know, we're getting close to the unicycle tournament. I talked to Dr. Trina Hess. She's going to be appearing on our show, and she wants to know if we can go out and film some of the events, and she may be in a couple of them. So we might have a guy named Devin Shea bringing some cameras out in July. Mark your calendar between the 21st and the 27th. Go to Pittsburgh Sportsline, our Facebook page. You can find more information. Dave Crack was a great guest, especially his story about sitting next to cocaine and everything else. So you got to check that out. All right, Chip, what's on your mind?
What do you think's on my mind, Al? The first thing I'd like to talk about is the biggest sports story on the airwaves today, which is not really a story, so we're not going to talk about it. But what's on my mind is the Pittsburgh Pirates. What else? We're wrapping up the month of April, and the Pirates so far have tied the record for the best April in Pirates history by taking 2 of 3 from the St. Louis Cardinals. With a 9-0 victory yesterday, the Pirates are now 15 and 10. They've still got 2 games left in April. We could set a new Pirates record for victories by winning one or both of the games tonight against the Brewers. But it's going to be an uphill battle because the Brewers seem to be the Pirates' kryptonite over the last dozen years or so. So it'll be interesting to tune into the game. But there's a lot of positives going on for the Pirates, and of course we could, point out the negatives. But
there are no negatives.
We're going to dwell on the positives, but the Pirates have got a lot to prove yet. They haven't brought the fans back into the park yet. Everybody's still the collapse from last year stings pretty good, and the Pirates keep on winning. They're going to put fannies in the seats, and we'll start playing in front of sellout crowds again.
Well, I know 2 fannies will probably be there this weekend.
Oh, yeah, I'll be watching the Nationals play. I want to watch Bryce Harper play. I want to watch Strasburg, but more importantly, I want to watch my Buccos sweep the Nationals.
Whoa,
but that's what's on my mind, Alan.
Thanks, Chip. Bring a broom. And now, Smoking Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Hey, thanks, Al Levine, the Talking Machine. If you want the green, you got to see Levine.
Here, borrow my pen. Give me that back.
But hey, Thursday evening I had dinner with Pittsburgh Steelers owner Mr. Dan Rooney, still as sharp as he can be. And everybody, please keep Mr. Rooney in your prayers. He's getting up there in age, and Steeler Nation still needs Mr. Rooney. Also, just want to acknowledge a couple people in the audience that will be guests on the show later on. My best friend is here, the head baseball coach at Carnegie Mellon University, Claudio. Wave to your fans, Claudio.
That's your brother. That's your brother.
That's my brother.
From another mother.
Also, I got a guy here that We've done so many things together over the years. This guy is a world-renowned photographer. He knows everybody between New York and Hollywood. He has a major TV show getting ready to come out on a major cable network. And if you watch boxing, you probably see the guy that says, "Let's get ready to rumble." But if you look closely too, you always see my good friend Kenny O. Give a big wave to your fans, Kenny. And lastly, I always say that anything a man can do, a woman can do better. And there's a young lady here that is an owner of a professional franchise here in the city of Pittsburgh. We met a few years ago, and I totally bought into her vision. And I told her I'll do anything that I can through TV and print media to make sure that she sees her vision of bringing the world championship in women's professional football here to the city of Pittsburgh. So give a big hand to my girl, Kat. The Pittsburgh Steelers finished 8-8 last year. They needed a great draft this year to be successful next season. So why did they draft super bust outside linebacker Jarvis Jones from Georgia? Listen, Jarvis Jones didn't start off at Georgia. He started his career at USC, but he was diagnosed with medical spinal stenosis. There was no doctor in California that would clear him to play medically, so he transferred to Georgia, the peanut state, because he needed a peanut brain doctor to clear him to play. Listen, any doctor that will pass a player who has medical stenosis to play football had to study under Dr. Kevorkian. Listen, that ain't the only reason why he's going to be a bust. He's the slowest outside linebacker, running a 4.9 40. You're too slow to play in the Steelers' 3-4 zone blitz defense. The last guy that ran a 4.9 40 is the second biggest bust in Steeler history, Alonzo Jackson. He couldn't do it. The biggest bust in Steeler history ran a 4.9 40, Huey Richardson. He couldn't do it. Listen, Greg Lloyd was super fast coming out of college, 4.5. He was all pro. Joey Porter was super fast, 4.4 40. He was all pro. James Harrison is half man, half silverback. Hey, listen, I spent a lot of time Friday with Jarvis Jones. Very nice kid. He got a contract with Subway on the commercials. He's a yes sir, no sir type of guy. I like that. But Jarvis Jones got a better chance of making the all UPMC team than he ever does an all pro team.
Tell us how you really feel, Jim. Tell us how you really feel. Don't hold it back.
All I want to know is how they can keep you in the Steeler war room with opinions like that, and then you say Mr. Rooney's your friend, then you say Kevin Colbert's your best buddy, and I got to ask the first question: how do you grade this class of draft here?
Well, they drafted 0 starters. They need a starting offensive guard. They need a fullback. They need a tight end because my man Heath Miller's hurt. They need a middle linebacker, and they drafted all backup players on the 8-8 team. Luckily for the Pittsburgh Steelers, they got the easiest schedule in NFL history, so they might do all right next year.
What's the grade?
D.
Okay, thanks. I give up half of what's on my mind. What's on my mind is Penguins. How do we forget Penguins here? On the show, we do predictions at the beginning of the year. I predicted Stanley Cup. They're mimicking the '92 season. They're going to get the Stanley Cup again. They will win 16 games in the playoffs. I know they have to, not in a row, but they will win 16. And as far as the Pirates, they're going to tease us each year. I'm hopeful that this isn't a tease because it looks like they got some pieces to the puzzle finally, where you have guys that, as they call in hockey, they're a little gritty because these guys don't give up at the end. And that's sort of what we like to see in Pittsburgh. And our stars, like McCutcheon, aren't really playing that well. So I'm even more hopeful. And then we have a guy that had Tommy John surgery who's undefeated in the minor leagues. check out the statistics on him. Morton's doing pretty well there. For Tommy John surgery, it's a miracle we'll be back maybe in a month. So we have a lot of good things going there. Chip's providing the energy there with our Bucko talk, so I'll let that go. We have a lot of great guests on the show, so I'll cut short some of my other advertisements, but we got a couple good ones in. But we do have to mention the March of Dimes, March for Babies, and Stephanie Hayner and Chip Hayner are looking to expand the Hayner team. So if you want to go down on June 2nd, now where is that at, Chip?
It's down at Heinz Field.
Okay.
And we walk around, we go down.
Is it a 5K or is it a...
It's like
About a
3.3
5K.
miles. We actually, the walk goes through PNC Park. You walk around the entire warning track and down
Well, when
along
we
the
get the
north side.
flyer, I'll promote that tomorrow night
Absolutely.
on our live show, so keep that in mind. June 2nd, what time in the morning, do you know?
Registration's at 8, walk starts at 9.
And that voice you hear in the background is that mysterious Stephanie Hayner.
Woo!
Welcome, Kat Ferrari, owner of The Force.
Hi, Kat. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You got to move in a little here, yeah, because of the camera. We're not getting fresh here. This is on air.
So tell us a little bit about the Pittsburgh Force.
We are in our 4th season. We took a year off to rebuild and recruit. We have a smaller numbers in the Passion. We recruited 18 new rookies. We got 4 of them here tonight, plus our veteran. And we're excited to compete in the 2014 season again.
Well, how many are on your team?
Our goal was 45. We're up to 40 right now.
Wow. When does your season begin and end?
April through June.
Okay. Where's your home field?
Still Valley.
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 Charlie Batch is home, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
You had to
Very
bring
good.
up one sore point with Smoking Jim here.
Well, my ex-boyfriend's home too. So.
Okay.
So we both are,
Well, no, he has more personal things called football. And then you've been in the league 4 years, you say.
Yes, with the Force.
And what league is this?
The WFA.
You compete with the Passion then, or you will?
Yes, when I first started the team, when I quit the Passion, took a year off, and started the Force, they were in the Independence Women's League. Then they joined,
over.
Yes, so that's.
Because we're friends of the Passion
Oh,
too.
absolutely, I am
so,
too. My
and
friends
we're
are
all
too.
about Pittsburgh. We're hoping with the new stadium that they have that they can win.
Right.
You know, and get a championship. And we love champions here in Pittsburgh.
Absolutely,
And we're
absolutely.
hopeful for you.
Yes.
What position do you play?
I'm coaching right now, but I played. I started wide receiver with the Passion, then went to cornerback.
Oh, okay.
And then on the Force, I played cornerback, and I went to strong safety.
Oh, okay. So you're just going to do the coaching then?
Yes, I am. It's
You
time.
reach that stage.
Yeah, I love it. It's for the girls and giving more opportunity.
How many are on your staff?
On our coaching staff, there's 7 coaches that came back this year. So
Well, that's good.
yes.
So
And
you're
last year there was a photo in the newspaper of me and Kat. You got to autograph that newspaper article for me.
Sure. Sure.
Of course.
will.
And where do you live at? Around this area too?
I just moved from Wexford. I'm back over in Millville now.
Oh, okay. So you'll be closer to the field then.
Yes, my
Sort of.
mother's down. I was from Munhall. I lived there for 10 years. So
Well, we have one of the best young businessmen in the area from Munhall.
There he is.
hi.
Zach Brenner, little Z. You'll see him on.
Z!
He's gonna be our last guest because he ran a little late. He's always digging holes and plumbing and in the water. So, yeah, he does it all. That's another story. So, what do you do for a living then?
22 years at the Postal Service.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great. And then this is like your side business, and you're hoping to make it a main business, or?
It's just what my mom would call it, expensive hobby.
Well, do you look for sponsors? Because if we can promote you,
Oh,
that's what I'm getting
absolutely,
at.
Absolutely, our girls, they need $500 to play, and that's what we
All
try
right,
to
well,
do, raise
just
money.
just
for
tell
them.
them how to get a hold of you or contact you, so then we can try to put this out there that they can donate and help the ladies here. And
Sure, we're PittsburghForce.net is our website. Our phone number is 412-583-5774. Our email is pittsburghforce@gmail.com.
And I'm getting hard of hearing, so you got to repeat all that slow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I'm not serious about
Eric.
being hard of hearing, but Look at these people. They're listening to hear you say it again because they don't believe you.
They don't believe me. We're at pittsburghforce.net is our website. pittsburghforce@gmail.com is our email address. My phone number is 412-583-5774.
And I told Kat all the time that anything that I can do to promote you guys on TV, we're here every Monday. We would love to have your team. Anything I can do in the print media to write stories on you and to promote your team, because I'm looking forward to some more locker room interviews.
I don't know if BPTV will be going in the locker room, but we will be.
I'll go alone!
He's only one man. He'll sacrifice himself. Here, we just got a special. Yarmer Yager just gave his Kit Kats to Smoking Jim because he used to go to a lot of different clubs around here. So that's not what you're doing in the locker room here, buddy. These are all interviews. And we're going to have some of your players up here.
Wonderful.
So we're going to let you go. Thank you for the card.
Great job, Kat.
We'd like to have you back again.
Thank you.
Ferrari. I won't forget it now.
Tiffany Hollabaugh, and I am applying for the defensive end linebacker.
Well, good luck to you, Tiffany.
Tiffany, now best of luck to you.
Sounds good.
How long have you been playing professional or
I'm going to be a rookie, but I've always played with other football teams at high school.
Have you played for any of the other local teams or anything?
No, my high school unfortunately did not allow females to play.
What high school?
Ambridge.
Ooh,
Whoa,
Bridgers.
that's a tough neighborhood. That's why.
Right across from
But they didn't want you
Aliquippa.
roughing up the boys, huh?
We probably would have made them better.
Well, we like your attitude. Definitely.
I love it.
Do you live around here then, or are you still out in
I'm
Ambridge?
currently in Ambridge.
Well, that's a heck of a journey to travel then. You must really love football.
I love football.
Definitely. Do you rather play defense or offense?
Defense.
You like to hit people.
Yes.
I can tell that. Just move over a little, Smoking Jim.
I'm glad Alan's closer to you.
And when's the season start for next year?
For
Did
next
you
year,
say
April.
April. Okay, in April. Because we'll look forward to that. Do you have a favorite number that you want?
I would love number 75.
75. Mean Joe Green.
It was also my dad's football number in high school.
Really?
Yes.
Your dad
You
put
want to
that
shout out to your dad there?
I don't know if he's watching, but
He's not going to watch tonight because
Yeah.
we're taping it.
We're taping
But
it.
then this will be on YouTube. It's on Verizon everywhere.
yeah, his name's Bruce Hollabaugh.
Say it. Did you guys get
My
that?
dad's name is Bruce Hollabaugh.
When did he graduate?
90.
90.
1990. Yep.
Wow. See, he's a young puppy there. Well, you're following in his footsteps then.
Yes, I
Well,
am.
good luck to you. Thanks for being on our show. We hope to have you again and get reports on how you're doing.
Yeah.
Thank
All right,
you.
Tiffany,
Best
good
of luck.
luck.
Good luck in your endeavor.
My name is Equel Wells. and
Equel,
I'm
nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. And I play outside linebacker and O-line.
Okay, what do you prefer?
O-line.
O-line?
Yeah.
You like protecting the quarterback?
Yes, I do.
Well, that's
I'm a big
good.
girl. I say, Alan muscle to me.
You look pretty strong. Have you played before on the force? or-
Yes. This is my second year, so I'll be a veteran.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, I played rugby in college and high school, so I kind of have the whole feel of hitting people and whatnot.
Where'd you go to school?
I'm originally from Ohio. I went to Worcester High
We
School.
won't hold that against you, even if you like the Cleveland Browns.
I do. I
assume
I
that.
do. Well, it's my hometown.
I actually,
Okay.
I can't.
I'm one of the few Steeler fans. Wait a second, I bring that out of. I'm one of the Steeler fans that I actually feel bad for you.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes,
so-
I knew what I was getting to when I moved
Yeah.
down here. I kind of figured out what was going to
But
happen.
I actually feel bad. The rest of them, they still hate you. Okay.
Yes, and that's okay.
So try not to
That's
say
okay.
that every day when
Well,
you're getting
no, we did
interviewed.
have that 4-year hiatus when they weren't around to hate.
Right. So they're trying to make up for it.
Yes.
Definitely. So you were a rugby player?
Yeah.
You play all 4 years?
Yeah.
Were you a starter?
Yes, I was. Like freshman year, I started.
What college?
I went to Shawnee State University.
Who?
Shawnee
Johnny
State.
State.
You don't know it?
Man,
You just
that Mike
stumped.
Brown's son graduated from there.
You guys are just making up stuff.
No, I swear to God he did. Yes,
I
he
hate
did.
when they do that on the show.
Yeah.
But you stumped
Didn't Mike
Smoking
Brown
Jim.
before he go to Shawnee
Nobody's
State?
ever stumped him on a college.
Yes, it's like Southern Ohio. It's a really small college.
Yeah.
He goes to small colleges.
Yes,
He
that's
graduated
where
from Cal U, so he tries to stay with small colleges.
Yeah.
That's his
Study
secret. Did you get your degree?
Yes.
What-
English and journalism.
Smoking Jim.
I'm a
She's
writer. We
following
got to
it.
get together. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
so
may have to
ready.
get you write some stories for us because we have plans and we have our Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook.
Okay.
You ladies got to friend us because we'll promote you there.
Oh yes, I mean I'm trying to find actually a job in the field. It's just been a little bit harder.
Well, we don't have a lot of money to spend around. This is
Yeah.
free. This is public access
Hey,
TV.
Hey, you know, and it works. It works.
It'll get the word out. And what's your number?
My number is 16, but I think it's my favorite number. So
We'll stay with 16.
yes, oh yeah, I had to do high school, college. Love that number.
Well, number
Very good.
16, it was a pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Good luck to you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Will, you take care.
I'm Ashley Zapata, and I'd like to give a shout out to Coach Kathy for putting us rookies out here and getting us to learn the game. And also my mom and dad. They've been my guardian angels and my support my whole way through.
You might be too pretty to play football, Ashley.
And why don't,
That's my
that's our
mom.
mom.
That would be my mama.
And what position? I know I asked, but the people don't know.
I am actually going for quarterback and D-line.
Nice. Have you played before?
No, this is my first year.
Okay, so you're
So-
going to learn all the different schemes and the plays.
Learn how to not get hit.
That's
what I need to learn.
Quill will protect you. She
Yeah,
already said
yeah.
she'll protect you. So that's good. And you've never played football before, even pickup games?
I mean, I've
or-
played street ball, all tackle, all that, but I've never played professional football with the pads.
Right. Well, we assume that, of being a rookie.
Yes.
And where did you grow up?
Mount Washington,
Oh, get on.
so I'm up there most of the time.
Well,
But
that's good. See a local girl on the team here. We like that. No, thanks for coming on the show. Good luck being a quarterback.
Ashley, best of luck to you. Best
Thank
of luck
you.
to
Great job, Ashley.
I'm a rookie when I play wide receiver. My name is Hilda Gomez.
Can you say that again?
Hilda Gomez.
Hildab.
Yes.
Okay, very pretty name.
Thank you.
Definitely. And where did you grow up?
I was born in Dominican Republic.
Okay, well, how long have you been in Pittsburgh?
Actually, 2 months.
2
Dominican
months.
Republic, you should be a baseball player. All the great baseball
Yeah.
I did play softball.
All right.
Well, you got to find a softball team to play for, too.
I know.
We'll have to make sure we get the word out here on that,
I said,
since you want to keep in shape.
yes.
And you're going to play wide receiver. Anything on defense, or you just
Defensive back.
okay? So you must be pretty fast.
I'm fast.
Can you catch a ball?
Yes. I'm working on it all the time.
Okay. Well, we figured playing baseball and softball, you can
Yes.
catch a little bit.
Right.
Now, did you
No,
just
that
start
sounds-
playing football when you got here to Pittsburgh?
Correct.
Okay. What sports did you play when back in your home country?
Softball.
Softball?
How about soccer?
Yes, in Buffalo. I play indoor league with my husband.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, that's good. Were you pretty good?
Defense. I play defense. Rough, so it's good.
Now, does your husband support you playing professional football?
Yes, he's out there.
Where's he at? Oh,
All right.
there we go. That's your backup right there.
Definitely.
They aren't going to hurt you on the field. No, I
They're
wish you
going to
the
catch you first.
I wish you the best of luck. We'll see you again on the show.
Thank you,
And
sir.
good luck
Pleasure to meet you.
Have a
Good luck.
one.
All right, Hilda.
Good luck to you.
You look a little drier, as Chip said,
Oh,
than we
man,
saw
I'll
you
tell
the
you.
other day.
That was so sad. I mean, like I said, we had so many things planned, and then for it to, I knew it was going to rain though.
Yeah,
I really
yeah,
did.
In
Mother
case
Nature
anybody
threw us-
doesn't know,
Mother Nature
hold
threw
on.
us a little screwball.
let us explain what we're talking about. We have tried to promote the CMU baseball team. They're a great bunch of guys. They don't get any scholarship money. They just pay $50,000, $60,000 to go to CMU. And they were out there in a pouring down rain. Aaron Ward and I, Smoking Jim was in transit, Chip was there, and I was there, and it was pouring.
Jim's always in transit.
Well,
Jim's always in
he's on a little special time, as your brother, you know how he is.
Brazil made a wrong turn.
Well, you know,
But
like,
it was disappointing, Claudia.
it was. I mean, we had a lot of things going on. We had you guys coming up. It was our last game of the season. There was 4 seniors graduating. Bruce Barnes wants to do a documentary on me, so he was miking me up, had a video on me. So a lot of fans coming. So unfortunately, I saw 10 days ago where it was going to rain, and damn if it didn't rain. You know, they were finally
the
right.
one time the weatherman's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Smoking Jim said you're one of the smartest guys, and when you told me it was going to rain, I said no, because I'm the eternal optimist, and you said, no, that's what it looks like
That's
here.
what they said. So I don't know how smart I am, but
Well, that's what I've heard. Rumors of, and you're coaching CMU.
well, I don't know. But I could have never been there as a student. Trust me.
There's an honest man.
Never.
That's why you're a friend of the show.
There you go.
What's on your mind? You can bring up anything, not just your baseball. What do you have on your mind?
Well, glad the Pirates are doing well. You know what? For the fans deserve a winner. I was just telling some friends back there that I was really blessed to be in the era to grow up in the era that I grew up in the 70s. I mean, with the Stargels and the Parkers and the Clementis.
But you were just a young kid.
Yeah, but you figure. But I watched them, the Stennetts, the Candelarias, I can go on and on. And they were always, they either won it or they were in it.
Every year, the first 20 years of my life, that's the Pirates, the Pittsburgh Lumber Company. They used to have 5 or 6 guys in a lineup that batted 300
That's right.
every year.
And now, I mean, there's about, 21 years of losing, and hopefully they haven't lost a fan base. But I'll say this, the Pirate fans are great fans. They keep going to the ballpark, and so they certainly deserve a winner for sure. But I'm glad they're doing well.
What's going on right now is, and I've been going down to a lot of the games. Last year I had a partial season ticket plan, and after the collapse, I doubled my commitment, for tickets for this year, because that's the kind of Pirate fan that I am. But the people haven't really started coming into the ballpark yet, and they will. As long as they keep on producing the way they are, putting the kind of team that they're putting out on the field, the seats will fill up when the weather gets warmer.
Right.
My poor wife, she's been freezing her hind end off every weekend down there. I keep on promising her warmer weather.
No.
Hey, getting back to your game, is that going to be rescheduled
It's
at all?
not. It's not. Our next our season starts again in the fall. So we have a spring season which goes from January to late April, and we have a fall season that starts late August till late October. But now for me, the professional scouting season starts.
Right.
We run a post. We used to run a pre-draft camp. Now we're doing a post-draft camp, and then we run camps throughout the country throughout the season in hopes of getting major league organization level players, independent or overseas. So that's what we do.
Why don't you tell everybody your website and phone numbers to get a hold of you?
Okay.
Because there's a lot of baseball fanatics around here in this local area.
Well, our company's called Paramount Scouting Bureau. The website is www.paramountscouting.com, and the phone number, you can call me, 412-741-5391. And we'll try to hook you up. But we've been able to, I've been scouting now for 13 years. I've been able to place 62 players pro contracts all over the world. And that's, as a coach, your high is to win and to build good relationships. And that's my high there. For pro scouting, it's getting a guy signed and helping make his dream come true.
Sure.
Question for you, Claudia. You say your season's from January through the end of April.
Yeah.
During the January, February months, are you playing games indoors, or are you playing them?
We're practicing. We practice, then we go to Florida in March.
Okay.
So we practice in the gym. That's just the way it is here with the weather.
Okay, no, I'm just
so
curious.
we do a lot of hitting, a lot of fielding.
We don't
pitching.
always have the best of weather. We do have 60-degree weather sometimes in January.
Sometimes, not this year.
But not there.
Well, here's a question I have for you. When my son was playing baseball, we talked about if somebody could get money together, we have a lot of places where you could build a stadium. You only need, what do you need for a ball field? A few acres?
Well, you saw where we were at yesterday. That's a nice ballpark.
Right.
S-Mark Field.
Now, to me, if you had an indoor stadium, not a lot of seating,
right.
and we had talked to some people out in Bethel Park, and they were saying like $3 million, $4 million to do something like that.
Again, it depends how big you're going to have it.
Right.
But don't forget now, you have to keep that place heated.
Right.
You have to keep that place cool or heated, whichever it is. And there's a lot to it. It's not just getting some seats, some cement, a couple bases, and a bubble.
But you would think with all the athletes we have here that you could do something like that and be like the hockey rinks. You know how they're filled up all the time?
You need somebody, for example, the guy who built the field Jim Bouchard is a great guy. He owns S-Mark, S-Mark company. He's a very, very, very generous guy.
Sure.
He built that field because Quaker Valley was definitely in need of a baseball facility, and nobody's ever helped out like he has.
Right.
And so you need somebody to say, yeah, I'm going to build this or I'm going to do that. Now, you're talking about the athletes. You know, a lot of
their
guys,
families and maybe somebody like Mr.
There's
Bouchard.
more than just the initial investment. There's the maintenance of the field because
we're not even getting into Superior Lawn Service. I'm not getting into that.
You just don't plant the grass and then in the
I am
fields
not that. I
plant.
know I look naive, but I'm not that naive. I was just saying that
Yeah, you are.
we have a lot of not at all. We have a lot of baseball players that are around here. If you could play all year here.
Well, you know what? Even scouting-wise, the guys that we scout in Florida or South Carolina, they'll have 250 at bats. Our guys have 60. You know, so there is a difference, and
that's
obviously
why I'm
we can't
bringing it
play. Yeah, I mean, it's like anything else. The more you do it, the better you're going to be at it. And but you know what? I say the past several years, there's been a lot of players from our neck of the woods who have been drafted, and have signed.
But haven't they moved away to play in other places? Just like with hockey.
Yeah. But you know what? Like I tell my players, that you play the hand that's dealt.
Yeah.
You know, this is what it is. And if you're good enough and you're hungry enough, if they don't come to you, remember the old show Sanford and Son?
Yeah.
When Fred said to his son, sometimes opportunity doesn't knock, so you have to call him up and invite him over.
Right.
So you have to push. You have to be aggressive.
And that's why they got to contact you. Give us the website and number one more time, and we got to let you go.
Okay, www.ParamountScouting.com. That's the best way. Go on our website,
there you go.
See what we've done, and see what we're going to be, and send somebody to our camp, and we'll do what we can for them for sure.
Claudia, we're looking to have you on here again when we have some more time.
Thank you. I
You're
appreciate
welcome
it.
anytime.
Thank you, thanks, Jim. Thank you, Chip.
Open invite.
Always a pleasure.
There he is. He was supposed to be here last week, but he had some difficulties. Kenny O, the legendary Kenny O here.
Oh, Chip.
What'd you bring up here, my friend?
Oh, a couple of things. First of all, I finished.
Let's bring this close to you.
Okay.
Move in here, get you on camera.
I'm in.
Judith, get a picture of this guy. Oh, with us too.
All right.
Try to get him when he's talking.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for having me come back here.
You are welcome anytime, and when you have a better voice, you're welcome for more time.
Well,
go ahead.
We finished the movie I talked about last time. It was crazy. First time I ever got a starring role with other stars, and I got to drive a Cutlass Supreme at the end in the getaway car. 84 Supreme Classic. This movie was done in Brownsville with North Shore Studios out of Cranberry Economy area. They're remarkable. They've done over 2,000 commercials themselves, plus major features with Kurt Angle and Jennifer Morasco in The End Game, and a host of other major motion pictures. I think we found the people that could do the movie I told about last time about this amazing story of the untold story of Iran that Monica Blake wrote about her family being killed and everything.
Aaron, can you get a copy of that little picture?
I didn't get a chance to read that book yet.
Smoking Jim's a little behind on the book because I gave him 12 books in the last year.
Just keep writing.
He returns them. Let me read the book. I'll have it to you in another week.
Oh my God!
Smoke it. It's only look. There's pictures in here. Okay, we're good.
Well, this remarkable story of her life and her family. Her grandfather was the Prime Minister of Iran, and 13 members of her family, including him, was shot right in front of her in Iran after the Shah was overthrown. And the regime has been just ruthless to kids. Basic things like girls getting their fingernails painted and polished and stuff, they're being shot in front of their mother. Wow. And it's some really tragedy.
Can you leave me the book? I'll read it.
Well, we'll get you a copy. I'll have Monica endorse one to you directly.
That's okay.
To all you guys.
Well, thank you.
But we think we found the film company here in Pittsburgh that could do this remarkable documentary type story and movie.
Well, you got everything going on. Your movies.
Well,
I heard you even have a show coming up here.
We're
Why
ready.
don't you tell
We're
the
ready
folks
to
because
run.
we're limited on time. Eric.
We're ready on Hot Rock TV the second week of June. We signed for 26 weeks on Fox Network. Saturday nights, 12:30 to 1:30.
Wow.
All right, Kenny-O!
Hey, and if you look at one of the promos, I'm at the end of it with Tara Lang.
I know.
They snuck me in.
They got
Smoking
you
Jim.
sneaked in with beautiful Tara.
They got Al Levine, the talking machine.
Yeah.
That, what is it? You can be a star? Or?
No matter who you are.
Wow, I like that.
See that?
That rhymes.
And
well, Ronnie James is famous for that.
Ronnie's
Rockin'
very
Ronnie.
famous. Rockin'
Wait till you
Ronnie.
meet Ronnie. When we get him on the show, he's trying to get us on public access TV in Cleveland.
Wow.
Well, we teamed
in
up.
Ohio, so I told him maybe back off a little on that.
I think
we teamed up with.
I told them they'd enjoy the controversy.
Oh yeah,
we're not,
believe me, we'd stir it up.
Yeah,
we'd get
we
some
would.
callers.
We teamed up with some of the best people in the industry.
Who do you have?
Bruce Knight of Miami Music Television in Miami, who's his people are Pitbull and Neo and people like that.
We've heard of them.
They've already are doing commercials for us to plug us. And Bruce Knight, of course, is he's world renowned for his work on television and everything, and for helping people out. And that's what this whole show's about. It's going to give a chance for musicians that never had a chance to get their music, as long as it's clean, and their videos on a national scale.
Right, and there's going to be big stars and unknowns and everything else.
Yeah.
I talked to
We
Ronnie
did
a few
drops
weeks ago.
this past Saturday at Pro-Am Auto in Etna. We had hot cars, and beautiful models with us, and we did the drops. And we had our spokespeople, Ambition was there, and Chose, our artists and stuff. And it was a great day. We spent all day shooting. The other thing is that Frank Luca called me last week. We're going to have world titles on the IBA division starting on the East Coast to the West Coast, starting very shortly in all 4 divisions of real boxing. Dean Chance is the president of IBA. Spatafora needs an IBA title in order to fight in Vegas. Paul looks like he could get a chance.
That's
we
Paul
want to get
Spatafora.
We want to get Paul either at the Consol Energy Center here in Pittsburgh, if we can stage a fight here, or in Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
But we're looking at Madison Square Garden, Consol Energy Center, Las Vegas, either Thomas and Mack or Caesars, where we have business also, or we're going to, and besides that, and we're going to be in LA at the Palladium or the Los Angeles Arena, the new one.
Well, it sounds great.
Right,
We're trying to keep the
Kenny-O.
Consol Energy Center up at the top of
We're
the list.
trying. I'd love to get the Consol Energy Center because I think we'd sell out with Paul getting a chance to get a big title, and his next step would be WBC, WBA, which we're going to do a year after. We're going to start in Australia and start running the WBC, WBA titles across
Do you
this
have any
world.
plane tickets for the Pittsburgh Sportsline crew?
Hey,
We'd
we
like
go-
to do a
we
show.
go-
Matter of fact, we got Devin Shea and Aaron Ward. They put this together. They make us look good on here.
They're
Sorry,
great
Stephanie,
people.
you're out.
They're great people. You got a great crew works with you. I might borrow them for the show.
Whoa, wait a second. I'm their agent. They're a little bit more expensive than what we're paying them today. On that happy note, Kenny, you're welcome back again. I hope you get your voice back. This guy is so prolific, he has laryngitis.
I talked a lot over the weekend. We did a fundraiser at Max's last night.
Try to get that in. Tell us about
We
that.
did cancer charity fundraiser at the S Bar, Max's Bar, and Sean and his wife, and it was very successful.
Great.
For the cancer research centers and stuff
Because
across.
we promote a lot of fundraisers and charity too.
You
so
do beautiful
thank you.
work. Jim, thank you, and Al and Chip, thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, it was a
again.
pleasure, Kenny.
And I know,
And,
Kenny's
see you
I know
again.
you're going to try to work us into your
And
new
I
show.
think the
Great to see
Steelers
you.
are going to have a great year this year.
All right, Kenny-O.
The only thing is, Jason, if he proves himself, he's proved himself for 2 years at Georgia. 28 sacks is remarkable. The thing is, he does have that, and it is incurable, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
I'm
it
not
is.
sure.
Good
on
job,
that.
Kenny-O.
You're like a doctor too. Thanks,
God
Kenny.
bless you.
All right, folks, we got Big Mike D from Pittsburgh Sports Nation. He's putting up videos and everything, pumping us up for the Penguins. And wait a second, he drank some of the fucko Kool-Aid. Look at him.
It tastes so good. It turned me tan.
Whoa. I think it's all that lawn service.
They keep winning. I'm going to catch up with Smoking Jr.
That's right. I like your jersey, too. That's right. Where'd you get that at, man?
Hey, you know what? I was inspired by Mr. Hayner with that beautiful Bucko jersey last week. So I decided I should bring mine out because
that's nice.
The rest of the way,
right?
It's all Penguins, baby.
Whoa, there you go. You heard it right here.
And by the way, Cornell Lake told me to tell you hi.
That's my boy. Love him.
See that? A lot of Pittsburgh connections. All right, what's on your mind? I know there's a lot. We got to start rolling. We got about 8 minutes with you, buddy, and then little Z's about the same.
No, I have to grow my beard like Z here during his playoff run.
He's been doing that since he was 8 years old. We already found that out.
He was born with a 5 o'clock.
Well, no, his mother said that beard wasn't there when he was born, but shortly after.
All nice and clean shaven.
The hair was on the top of his head.
You're looking slick.
Looking beautiful.
Well, that's because you're a TV star. This guy was on The Final Word on WPXI last night.
Yes.
If you missed it, he'll do a preview right here.
Right.
He's a TV star on big TV.
Big shout out to Albie Auction Rider for telling me to get some clips in so they can put it on there. So
and you did.
It's a great show. It's interactive with fans and everything.
Right. Social media.
They want you to send your tweets in and Facebook page. It's on.
We're gonna have to get on that.
11,
how did we miss that?
11:35 on Sundays.
How'd you meet Albie? You cut his lawn?
I've been doing this for so long. I think I know all of them. You know what
I mean?
No, that's great.
That's good.
And I have it. I'll have to put it up on the Facebook.
Yeah, it felt good.
It's on YouTube, so.
It's on YouTube. It's there.
Right. You can check out Pittsburgh Sports Nation with all this.
Yes, indeed.
And then you come up with some Penguin thing. You want to describe that to the folks?
Oh, I did make a video last night. Just a little pump-up video on YouTube, Pittsburgh Sports Nation YouTube. Go there, watch it, get fired up, get ready for Wednesday. Definitely. It's on. Let the game begin.
There it is.
So, I wanted to say I'm proud of the Buccos.
Right.
15-10 after that horrific start, 1-6.
Right.
It's not like they're playing the little sisters of the poor. They are beating first-place teams like the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Cardinals, well, they were in first place until we got a hold of them.
Right.
And, of course, the Braves, who they thrashed.
They came into town with the best record in baseball.
They've sent all these teams home with their tails between their legs. Tonight's a big challenge. Of course, they're playing, the Brewers, where it's a house of horrors.
Hold it, it's early. And
it was 1-0. And, of course, 2 pitches in, one, they gave up a 2-run homer, and it's now 2-1 Brewers. So the house of horrors continues up there.
But, the Pirates, the first time they've ever won 3 out of 4 in Philly. And, they seem to be pretty good at losing the first game of the series and storming back and sweeping it.
They are starting to go back to what we saw last year, where if they were down a couple runs early,
right,
it didn't faze them. They just come right back and just keep pecking away, get the starting pitcher out. But Chip was talking earlier about how Jay Bell wants the batters to go deep in the count, get these guys out of there, and then work on the bullpen.
Right.
And it's coming. I mean, Westbrook was pitching really good for the Cardinals.
Right.
And they got him out of there. And
in Westbrook, historically, Westbrook has pitched poorly. I mean, the Pirates have owned him, and the other night he was pitching very well. They got him out of the game, and they just worked over the bullpen.
He couldn't have been very happy when he left that game, and then 3 batters later, it's 2-2, and he's like, "Are you kidding me?"
The thing I liked about Saturday's game was, AJ Burnett has been pitching not as well as he can be pitching this year. He hasn't
hitting too many balls right now.
He hasn't gone as deep into the account. He's striking out a lot of batters, so he's still got good stuff. But the first 2 games he pitched, we didn't give him any run support, and he lost them both. Then he snuck in a win, and then Saturday night before they pulled him, the Pirates got up by 1, and he got a backdoor win.
It's retribution for what he had to put up with the first 2 games.
It's kind of good to see him because, he really is doing a good job, and he more than anybody else knows that he needs to pitch deeper into the games. Pitching 5 innings is just not good enough. We need our starters to get into the 7th inning.
Exactly.
But which, you look at Locke yesterday. He did exactly what we needed him to do.
Hey, we got to stop the pirate talk. Let's talk some Penguins there.
Let's talk what's
Come on, no offense, Chip. Tomorrow night, you're going to rule on some pirate talk there.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
But we got to talk Penguins because Wednesday, they're going to start the Stanley Cup.
7:38.
Right.
Puck drops.
Yeah, but it's on NBC. But it's on NBC.
Well, it could be. They can air it on PBS.
Yeah.
We'll be watching.
Oh, I know, but I mean the announcers.
It'll be the
just
highest
aren't
rated
the same.
program in the city.
Well, again, we're the highest rated hockey team on Root Sports again. Nobody's even close.
Well, I'll put it this way. We owe that team from '93. And they shocked the world. David Bullock, Game 7, they beat us.
Right.
Which should have been, a three-peat by that team who had just
they had all the
no
talent.
right losing to that team.
What
When
were
you
they,
have Yager and Lemieux,
what were they,
and-
17
Well,
3 at the end
the
of
lesson to be
so
learned
they
from that
spent
series.
a lot of people have told me that those players played through a lot of injuries just to keep that streak going, and
Where
it
they
kind of
wouldn't have.
hindered them when they got in the playoffs because instead of being fully healthy, they were
But
actually hurting a
the
little
lesson to be learned from that series was really they took the Islanders for granted, and they gave them the opportunity to be in a position to beat them. And when you get into Game 7, anything can happen.
bit. Exactly. And after, let's see here, 3 early exits the past couple years,
Yes.
I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Well, their focus all year, as they've said, from the coaches, the owners, all the way down,
Yeah.
has been Stanley Cup.
And
all this stuff.
Miles Smith set it up that he said he was going to judge the season in 7-game increments to see where the team stood come playoff time. And I think they destroyed every single time.
But what they've got, that I really think is intriguing. In this year, we've got so many veterans on our team that have
You got
never
a bunch
won.
of captains.
That have never won a cup. This is their chance to do it.
You got a captain in
Igilnia,
Sid. You got a
Morrow,
captain in Brandon
Murray.
Morrow.
I mean, you got all these guys that now's their chance.
Well, I'll
do
say
you think
this.
Sid will be playing?
He goes to a doctor tomorrow to get medically cleared, and I'm going to guess that he probably will be cleared.
Right. That's my guess. They're not holding him back.
I think he's gonna
even if he
retire,
has
yeah.
that super jaw.
Well,
on
I was
there.
kind of hoping that he would come out with Bane's mask on from Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
And he just grabbed the mic, from Jeff Jemison and go, "Let the games begin," and then drop the puck and say, "Let's get going. Let's get it going." So I got a little message. If there's any Islander fans watching,
There might be.
Some
He's
left
trying to get his coffee there, too.
oh, he wants coffee too.
watch
Get
yourself.
Ryan, no more coffee on me.
We got Tracy here. We got Dan, the best coffee man. Oh, Tracy, your last night here. No fries for us.
If there's any Islander fans watching, if you remember a couple years ago,
Yes.
you remember when Brent Johnson knocked your goalie's teeth to the other side of Brooklyn?
Yeah, we do.
That's going to seem like a massage compared to what's coming on Wednesday. I got news for your
And
team.
that's why he's a regular guest host here with comments like that. Big Mike D, who we renamed the Pittsburgh Sports Nation. Go ahead.
Right. If I was them, they have a couple days till they get here.
Right.
If I was them, I'd probably go out, outside of whatever their little terrible arena is, Nassau County Coliseum. It's falling apart.
Sure.
I'd get the team out there with some shovels and start digging a big hole and get their grave ready. It should be freshly dug by next Tuesday. So, by the time we get to this next show, I'm expecting at least a 3-0 Penguins lead heading into Tuesday.
So you predicted a 4-game sweep?
I honestly, you never know. They could maybe sneak in and get a game, but I think this team is so focused, and they're let down by their play the last 3 years in the playoffs. This team is set to win now. The Islanders are the bug. The Penguins are the windshield. I say sweep.
Wow. Hey, you can't say any more.
Can they sneak one in? Yeah, they possibly could. Could get lucky. But the way this team's playing right now, I can't see it happening. Not yet. They may lose a game in a game or two in the second round if they play a team like the Capitals or something like that. But
sure.
It's not going to happen with
I think we're
with
with
this
you.
team.
I've been drinking the Penguin Kool-Aid all year, so I'm good.
They have a decent team. And Jonathan Tavares is a great player.
Right. And he's
Matty
not the whole
Molson's
team,
a great player. They got a good goaltender in Nabokov. But this is their first time in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And if you would compare the regular season, it's like watching an analog TV. When you get to the playoffs, you're in HD.
Wow.
Now, if you do make it to
He's
the
giving
Stanley-
them some geekish talk
Yeah, you
here.
get to the
For all
Stanley
you
Cup
geeks
Finals-
out there, analog, digital.
Yeah. HD. They're coming to tomorrow.
Okay.
And if you make it to the Stanley Cup Finals, it's like going to 3D. Because there was a noticeable difference when we first played the Red Wings.
Right.
The level of play when they got there, it was just the Red Wings just jumped them.
Sure, it took a year. It took a year. The second year was a big difference.
They knew what it took to win every single game. So that's the one thing they got going. They got a lot of veteran leadership. They got a lot of players that are hungry.
Right.
And like I said, I would be shocked if they lost the game. And like I said, it can happen, but I don't think so. Not against this team.
On that happy note, we're going to let you go. And anybody that enjoys Big Mike D's conversation, Pittsburgh Sports Nation, check out what he posts all the time. I can't even keep up with it, and people know how I am. And then check him out on YouTube, and we'll keep it
You're the
changing.
talking machine. I'm the posting machine.
All right.
Yes, indeed.
Zach Brenner's fired up. Here we go. Guess what we're gonna talk right off the bat, little Z. Thanks for the no brother miss shake there. I like that shirt. Hold it, man. I was watching the Buccos. Oh man, whoa, it's killing me. I can't believe the score, but
about time you washed that towel.
I know, jeez.
It's still bright white. It's still bright white because this is Brenner Contracting. And he's not always drinking the Kool-Aid, Chipper.
Nah, we're not. Well,
Go ahead. I know what's on your mind.
It's 5-1 right now, and Rodriguez might not make it out of the inning.
Chip don't care.
I'm not drinking all the Kool-Aid.
Hold it. What inning is it?
It's the first.
There's 8 more. Tell them, Chip.
I know they're the comeback kids. They're the cardiac kids.
There's
We'll
8
see
more
what happens.
innings, buddy. We won't let that drag you down. What else is going on? Let's get some positive stuff from you,
Well, I was
buddy.
fortunate enough to make it in time to hear Smoking Jim give the Steelers grade a D. I mean, that's harsh, you know. I don't really take much into the Mel Kipers and the Smoking Jims, you know. I mean, Smoking Jim wanted to draft Teo's girlfriend in the first round, #1 overall. So, I mean, his scouting skills become a serious question.
Hold it, wait.
I don't know what's smoking over.
I got to interrupt you, little Z. Here's what he does. This guy, I hate to say he plays, but he's a player with words.
No, he's a player with the ladies. That's what he's the greatest talent. The greatest talent evaluator in the city right here when it comes to the ladies right here. I don't know about football or boxing talent, but when it comes to the ladies, he's probably second to none.
But you know, talking about the draft, you know, you talk about Mel
Who's talking
Kiper.
about the
Mel Kiper is supposed to be the draft guru.
Right.
He was 0 for 32 on first round draft picks.
He's due
Mike
for a bad
Mayock
year.
from the NFL Network was 8 out of 32, and he was the most successful.
So that goes to show you can't put much into pre-draft predictions. That's why they play the games. That's why we're going to training camp.
He's a professional. Smoking Jim is a professional. What he says here is for entertainment. He tries to rile people up. I got to give you a little bit of his shtick here. He tries to rile people up because he likes to see what they're made out of.
Well, that's good. He's going to find out a lot more about what we're made of over the next couple of days and weeks to come.
And you're welcome back anytime, little Z.
Oh, I know. It's great to be here. Thanks to Devin and Aaron and everybody at Bethel Park.
Dave Cable keeps putting the thumbnail. He keeps giving the
Dave,
thumbnail.
One more time.
With me and little
One more
Z.
time. Right here. You got to love it. What else we got? We got some boxing over the weekend. We had some
tell
great
us
fights
about
going
that.
on. We got fights coming up this weekend on Friday night down at Cal U. Rod, Lightning Rod Soka will be fighting in action. You know, did you guys get that stuff cleared up? Are you guys going to be down there with me?
We got nothing cleared up. Nothing's cleared up on anything. We're in the dark.
You got to put me in charge of everything around
We're
here.
in the dark on this, little Z. That's why I had that little conversation with you.
Oh, man. Holy smokes.
There's no lights on.
We're going to have to do something.
Yeah, we'll have to talk some more before the end of the week.
Yeah, we will.
Definitely, but we're excited to try to get up there and see the fights. We wanted to broadcast up there. You know, we wanted to check that out. You know, I know you're going to be the ring announcer, so I definitely want to be there. But we don't even have any seats for us, so if you want to talk on air, I don't know.
We'll get them
Smoking Jim and I are too big to not be sitting down once in a while when we're talking fights.
Yeah, we'll get you some seats. We'll make it happen, believe me.
Okay.
We won't leave you in the dark.
Whoa, I'm in the dark right now.
feel like a mushroom, huh?
Yeah.
They're keeping you in the dark and they feed you a load of crap.
There's a lot of manure. But no, it sounds like a great fight. Sounds like a great place for
It's
a
going to
fight.
be a great night. It's going to probably the better venue that we've ever had. So, and hopefully we could make that Spout of 4 at Console happen. You know, that'd be great. You know, Kenny dreams big. That's what you got to do. You got to aim big out here if you want to make things happen.
Well,
you
you got to get Spout of 4 to show up here, and we'll sell out the Console Energy Center.
How about we sell out Sip Sports Bar in downtown Thornton?
All right. 3024 West Liberty Avenue.
3024. I'm still working on the address.
I know. He still struggles
I'm
on
memorizing names.
West Liberty Avenue.
Penguins start Wednesday. You know, we got some fries.
Thanks, Dan. Hey, Tracy, it's Tracy's last night. We'll have to get her on in the last minute. But we just got late breaking news on Tracy's not going to be our bartender anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Bummed out.
So we still got a couple minutes with you, little Z, but that was depressing. Here, you can have a fry. Thanks, buddy. I have another one. I don't share the fries.
It's like giving a minnow to a bear.
Hold on, let me have one of those. You talk some sports.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks. So we got the Penguins on Wednesday.
Local brand.
I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid so much on that either.
On the Penguins, what do you mean?
You got to play the games. You can't go in there, you know, with your head over inflated and think you have an all-star team. You can get beat by anybody. That's why you play.
Do you think they can beat Chicago?
I think they can beat Chicago. I think they can beat anybody when they're healthy.
I think they can beat anybody, but by the
16,
same
even
token,
if they're not
they can
healthy.
also be beaten by anybody as well.
Correct. That's why, like I said, they play the games. You know?
I find it, unlikely. They played very well all year, but they haven't won anything yet. They got to win 16 games, and it starts with 4 against the Islanders.
I said it a couple weeks ago whenever that streak was going on that, streaks mean nothing. You want the hardware, and that's what you
Hey, anytime you're from Steel Valley High School, you never assume you're going to win.
Hey, on that happen, we got to get you out of here, buddy. We got to get Tracy up here for our final hurrah. Here we go. This is the legendary best bartender, waitress in Dormont. The famous, fabulous
Been making all this happen
Tracy.
for us.
And her last name, folks, is really B.
B-E-E.
I didn't stutter. We didn't know.
I got a new job, but I can't say what it is.
Hey, wait a let's just say congratulations. Good luck on your new job. And you're leaving us now. Monday nights, that's it.
And I just want to say that you guys have really made it look forward to come here and work. You all have. I mean, you guys are like family now, and I'm going to miss you. So now everybody has to come up and drink with me, okay?
Tracy, in all honesty, you made us feel very welcome up here. We thank you very much.
They all paid me to say that. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, man. Well, give me that money back. Jeez. I hate that.
But no, that's okay, because I can just come up Monday and drink now.
There you go. We got another customer coming up there.
You can keep my wife company.
Yeah, there you go.
You can help Stephanie and friends out there.
That's going to be, we'll have an extra chair next week. I'll be here.
There we go.
I just wanted to say thank you to everybody.
We want to say thank you to you, Trace.
Thank you to Mark, the owner. He's wonderful.
We don't mention his name on air, but the owner is a nice guy.
I love working for him.
Yeah, he is a class act.
He is.
Well,
He really,
thanks. I
truly
thought you were going to have a funny story, but your remote control is legendary.
I was so busy,
Don't try to top that story. Because anybody that can drop a remote control and hear Al Levine saying, Tracy, where's the fries at? And they were late tonight. The last night she's here. But we appreciate it. They're good. You want to try one too?
No, I don't.
Okay. Oh, no. Hey, on that happy note.
It's been busy.
It's been a pleasure.
All right.
You
Thank
take
you
care
all
and
again.
good luck.
Thank you, Trace.
All right, hey, thanks to BPTV, Sip Sports Bar for having us here. You just heard the great Tracy's leaving us. We're going to have to find somebody else, another bartender here that can at least compete with that. This is Smoking Jim Frazier, Chip the Prophet Hayner. I'm Al Levine, the Talking Machine. Watch us on Verizon. Look for us on YouTube. And did I mention we're on Facebook? Pittsburgh Sportsline. We need some more friends out there. and they're drinking every time I say Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. So I don't. Did I get 6 yet? Okay. Hey, good night, folks. Thanks again.